Good evening from San Ignacio Town. With the 9 o'clock news, I am Patrick Jones. In the headlines, Belize and Guatemala hold talks in Washington, D.C. People's United Party calls for the removal of the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and international boxing event takes place this weekend in San Ignacio Town. Stay tuned for details of these and other stories coming up after these messages.
Like I tell athletes, prepare. Because if you feel like you're in shape, when you get inside that ring, maybe 50% of that will be gone.
I got one dream for like 6 months now. I'm gonna get a big fight. Yeah, I'm gonna be in the ring one day, a lot of lights flashing. I can't wait for that to happen. When that day comes, I'm ready for that day.
Push it, let's go.
I don't know who my opponent is, but like we said, what we do, we train, and when they call us, we go fight. That's what we do. So.
Me veo como un campeón, quiero ser un campeón.
My mind, it is going to win. My mind always and positive. I'm going to win this fight. I will do all my best and make everybody enjoy these big events. It will be in Cayo.
Uno le va a echar ganas y una oportunidad le dan y esa oportunidad hay que aprovecharla.
A great event for the country, a great event for boxing.
Here now is the news in details. Belize and Guatemala held the talks at the headquarters of the Organization of American States in Washington, D.C. on Tuesday. Minister of Foreign Affairs Wilfred Elrington led the Belize delegation to the Washington talks with his Guatemalan counterparts Carlos Raul Morales. According to a release from the OAS, Secretary General Luis Almagro was present at the meeting, which had as its objective to begin to negotiate the terms of a cooperation mechanism for the Sarstoon River, as had been agreed by the parties in Istanbul, Turkey, where they met within the framework of the World Humanitarian Summit from May 23rd to the 24th. The OAS statement says that good progress was made during Tuesday's meeting, which concentrated on the development of best practices for the de-escalation of tensions in the Sarstoon River. The meeting was held with the full participation of the Secretary General of the OAS and his staff, and was attended by the relevant institutions in the process, meaning military leaders and ambassadors of both Belize and Guatemala. While the OAS says good progress was made at Tuesday's talks in Washington, D.C., the opposition People's United Party thinks differently. In fact, the PUP issued a statement today calling Tuesday's exercise at OAS headquarters failed talks and said the party was disappointed at the outcome. The PUP in its release says that there was no positive result except the agreement to continue to talk. The opposition says it is of the view that government's approach to the talks with Guatemala is not something they agree with, and hence their decision to absent themselves from the Washington, D.C. talks. The PUP says that it is plain to see that Guatemala intends to maintain control of Belize's portion of the Sarsoon River, and the government's response is to keep talking and hoping that Guatemala will at some point in the future withdraw from asserting control. As for the way forward, the PUP is suggesting that is what it calls a coherent Belizean strategy arrived at after wide and genuine consultation that includes stakeholders such as labor, business, academia, and civil society. And the opposition uses its press release to take another swipe at Foreign Affairs Minister Wilfred Elrington, calling for his immediate removal for, quote, lack of competence and for misleading the Belizean people, end of quote. The PUP says that there is a complete loss of trust and confidence in Mr. Elrington. The state-owned Belize Electricity Limited held its annual general meeting of stakeholders earlier tonight, where it presented a report on the company's performance last year. According to a release sent out this morning, in 2015, BEL achieved net earnings of $29.4 million, resulting in dividend payments similar to the previous year of 15 cents per share. The official release notes that following 3 consecutive years of proven financial viability, the company also repaid the $10 million loan it obtained from the Social Security Board in 2012. The BEL release says that the company was able to achieve this robust financial performance whilst reducing electricity rates to an all-time low. BEL's Chief Executive Officer Jeffrey Locke, in his report to the shareholders, said that BEL will continue to pursue bold initiatives that will increase access to safe, reliable, and affordable electricity and improve quality of service whilst securing a fair and reasonable rate of return for shareholders. International boxing is coming to San Ignacio this weekend. The event will take place at the Sacred Heart Auditorium on Joseph Andrews Drive and will feature professional boxers from Belize, Guatemala, Honduras, and Mexico. Asad Martinez is a boxing trainer and one of the promoters of Saturday's fight card.
All of these fighters on this card, they have exceptional ability, and depending on their work ethics and the philosophy and what's all instilled in them, the discipline to stay focused, they all have the ability to become a world champion, every last one of them. It's about the sports aspect, it's about granting people opportunities for their dreams to be realized, for the dream to materialize as something tangible that for them to achieve their goal. So I feel great about assisting them. I feel great about assisting them. The purpose of this is to allowing, people who are on a higher level in the sport to see the talent that we have. It's about giving boxers, no matter if they're born and raised at Belize, if they're from Guatemala, if they're from Nicaragua. One of the fighters I train who's in Spain right now, about to fight in England next month, he's from Nicaragua. So it's about giving the athletes the opportunity to achieve their goal, to change their quality of life, because this sport, when it's done over, this sport is a money sport. This sport changed the quality of life of the fighter and the family. And we have the talent. We have the talent pool. We have the young people. For one day that we may be sitting in our front room, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give me life or someone else, to see that we have a fighter from Belize. And also, let's talk about a fighter in Guatemala, because they don't have a professional system. I always tell Esquivel, I said, you can be, inshallah, the first world champion born in Guatemala.
One of the Belizean boxers, Michael Soberanis, speaks about what it was like for him making the transition into boxing.
Well, it really was like Probably kind of a little bit the same, but a little bit different too, because the guys started like, we ain't gonna, Michael not involved in no more gangster stuff like that, no more around being in the street, no more stuff like that. Got into boxing, so I started to hang out with the Crips, the Bloods, everybody, and everybody just get along good with me, and we just started to live just like that and just started to live a right life, I don't know who my opponent is, but like we said, what we do, we train, and when they call us, we go fight. That's what we do. So. Sometimes it's kind of rough, like in the morning, sometimes I gotta go work out, but sometimes I gotta go work early, Then when I finish my work, I'm tired, but I still gotta go push. Then in the nighttime, because I got 2 jobs, I work 2 jobs. I work over the gym, then I work over a construction site. Or 2 jobs, so sometimes I'm very tired, but you gotta sacrifice, man. My girl Angie, she support me a lot, she support me. She get mad at me sometimes when I don't want to go work out, but sometimes, like I said, I'm so tired, you know what I'm saying? I'm so tired, but she still get mad at me. She says she don't care if I'm tired, so you gotta go run. So I just pick myself up. I be mad, but I still go. And what I want to see change and everything is the government get involved with the boxing more. Because we have a lot of young guys out here that can box. But they got to do this, they got to do a lot of stuff before they get in there. I wish the government could help us, support us with equipment for the boxing guys. And we don't have a lot of money right here in Belize like that. So I wish the government could help us, support Cayo Gym, support a gym in San Pedro, everywhere, support us, because we have a lot of talent in Belize, yo. And I know that because I see the guys, look at this little guy's car right here. The guy good, man. The guys are good. Come on, man. I never know this guy from nowhere, and all of a sudden I see these guys blow up. Come on, man. I'm professional. These guys are just getting there. I've been there. These guys fighting good, man. So come on, that tell you right there that, come on, Belize have a lot of talent, but the government need to help us. Promote, try to help us, feed us. How we gonna go nowhere if we don't get feed? Feed us, give us some bag, give us equipment, help us. That's all we ask for. We don't ask for no $1 billion. We just ask for a little help from the government.
Saturday's boxing event is scheduled to start at 7 o'clock in the night. 7 professional bouts are on the card. You're watching the 9 o'clock news. We will have more of the day's stories for you right after these messages.
Would you like to know more about the flora and fauna of Belize? Do you enjoy gardening and need some tips? Then tune in to The Garden Show with Belize Botanic Gardens every Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, only on the National Channel. Nine women, 1 ball, 1 diamond, 7 innings, 1 winner. It's a game of numbers. It's women's amateur softball in full high definition. Catch all the action from the Diamond live on TNC 10, Belize's sport, news, and information station. Hi, I'm Chelsea Rain. I'd like to tell you about the biggest thing to hit the local real estate market, the Belize Real Estate Show. Whether you are a real estate agent or property owner looking to rent or sell your property, the Belize Real Estate Show can help. We offer high-quality production with stunning slideshows, voiceovers, cinematic videos, and even an extended walkthrough hosted by yours truly. Call the number on your screen and allow all our viewers to dream of renting or owning your property.
Welcome back to the 9 o'clock news. Police in Orange Walk Town are looking for a man who is accused of stealing $7,000 from a woman's house. The 24-year-old woman reported to police that on Monday, she conducted a business transaction in which she collected $7,000 in cash. That money, according to the woman, was placed inside of a lady's sling bag, and the bag was deposited in her bedroom. The woman says that she then went to her kitchen to cook, leaving the main suspect inside of the house. The woman claims that the man took the $7,000 from the purse and ran away from the house. The name of the suspect has been given to police, and authorities are now looking for the man for questioning. There was a shooting in Ladyville Village on Tuesday night, but fortunately no one was injured. Police say that after 9 o'clock last night, Eugene Henderson was on his veranda when he saw a man going under his house. Henderson says that he inquired what the man wanted, but instead of getting an answer, the man pulled out a firearm and tried to shoot, but the gun jammed 3 times. The gunman then ran towards the front of the house, and Henderson says that was when the gun went off. He claims that about 4 shots were fired, hitting the front of his house. The gunman reportedly ran towards the Boom Hattieville Road, got on a motorcycle, and made good his escape. Investigations continue. The National Climate Change Office today announced the launch of a youth video competition. It is the first of its kind and will be linked to the Global Youth Video Competition on Climate Change, which is organized by the United Nations Framework Convention Climate Change. This international event will culminate with a high-profile awards ceremony in November at the UN Climate Change Conference in Marrakech, Morocco. The National Climate Change Youth Video Competition offers an opportunity for youths of Belize to showcase the ways in which they are implementing concrete actions in their communities to inspire leaders and policymakers to address climate change nationally. In addition, the top videos will be submitted to the UNFCCC as Belize's submission to the Global Youth Video Competition on Climate Change. To enter, participants should be between the ages of 18 to 30 years of age. Each video should be a maximum of 3 minutes and should give details of why the climate action was chosen, the key activities taking place, key successes that were experienced, and the location where the successes occurred. The deadline for the submission of videos is July 22nd. This is the news on the national channel. Stay tuned for a look at the weather right after these messages.
Like I tell athletes, prepare. Because if you feel like you're in shape, when you get inside that ring, maybe 50% of that will be gone.
I got one dream for like 6 months now. I'm gonna get a big fight. Yeah, I'm gonna be in the ring one day, a lot of lights flashing. I can't wait for that to happen. When that day comes, I'm ready for that day.
Push it, let's go.
I don't know who my opponent is, but like we said, what we do, we train, and when they call us, we go fight. That's what we do. So.
Me veo como un campeón, quiero ser un campeón.
My mind, it is going to win. My mind always and positive. I'm going to win these fights. I will do all my best and make everybody enjoy these big events. It will be in Cayo.
Uno le va a echar ganas y una oportunidad le dan y esa oportunidad hay que aprovecharla.
A great event for the country, a great event for boxing.
Conditions continue to be wet and unstable as a tropical wave is affecting the country. Here is the forecast for Thursday. And that is a look at the weather with information provided by forecaster Francisca Wellington at the Belize Weather Bureau. To summarize the news, here are the main points again. Belize and Guatemala hold talks in Washington, D.C. People's United Party calls for the removal of the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and international boxing event takes place this weekend in San Ignacio Town. With the headlines, we end this edition of the 9 o'clock news. Thank you for joining us. I am Patrick Jones. Have a good evening and a good night.